What did it feel like to grow up in Hawaii, being born in the late 1940s?
Well, as always, it's hard to make comparisons because it's what you had.
Yeah.
But it was a wonderful upbringing. I, like everyone in Hawaii, grew up a minority. There are no majorities in Hawaii, so the rich multicultural atmosphere of Polynesians, Asians, Caucasians is just a wonderful environment, and that's just all that we knew. When we travel to the U.S. mainland and see a more homogeneous society, it was a little startling to us. And anytime we'd see a person that wasn't Caucasian, we think somehow they were connected to Hawaii. It's different now, but in those days. But it was a wonderful upbringing that really taught us to accept everyone as our friends, and ultimately, in the gospel terms, as brothers and sisters. In that time, Hawaii was developing rapidly after the war. When the war ended, and Hawaii was military-oriented, obviously, because of the war. It had not developed commercially to the extent that it is now. And in fact, I remember vividly when I was 10 years old and Hawaii became a state of the United States, because prior to that, it was a territory of the U.S., that the tallest building was 4 stories in height. And so we've seen that development of the islands to the very urbanized area of Honolulu, and seen the development in many ways. But that will be my greatest memory of growing up, is the multi-ethnic nature, and my friends that were of every color and background and from various parts of the world that inspired me then and inspired me throughout my life. Was
there any fear? I mean, here there are a group of people that had been living in a peaceful, lovely island setting when planes start dropping bombs. So was there any residual fear?
I don't remember any as a young person. I think by the time that the war had ended 4 years when I was born, and I don't remember any overt fear. I think it was just there was the confidence that the war was over and the United States was moving forward, and it was just a time of progress and a time of development on all fronts, including that of the church.
When you say that Honolulu didn't have any building over 4 stories, so I'm now picturing little places on the North Shore. I'm picturing Kahuku and Haleiwa and some of those. Is that what Honolulu looked like? It's just bigger?
Yes, yes.
And I just have to ask, did you learn to surf? Did you grow up surfing? I mean, don't all kids grow up learning to surf?
I did.
And playing in the ocean?
I did, yes. That was an orientation that we had, and we did our share of surfing when we were young. And when we went away to school and missions and so forth, that was kind of the end of that era. But it was a fun part of growing up in Hawaii, absolutely.